Coach Sean Butner, certified high performance coach. Said coach way too many times on the live open. Might have a little too much coffee in me. Anyways, guys, today is decision day, and we're going to be talking about that one decision you've been putting off for way too long. And if you've ever said something like, I'll get to this tomorrow, or when I'm perfectly ready, then I'll start that business, make that job change, I'll move to that new city, I'll settle down, I'll tell that person how I really feel, and all the other long list of ambitions and goals and intentions people have that they put off till later. And are you currently avoiding making that big decision, or have you ever put something off for too long and really regretted it and said to yourself, man, I wish I would have done that way sooner? You know, when we have open commitments, it's, to ourselves, to our families, to our teams, it can drain our energy and motivation. We hesitate, and it can cost us progress in our life. It can cost us growth. It can cost us a lot of money. It can cost us, the life that we really want to build with our friends and family. And it can make us feel anxious and disappointed in ourselves, or restless, or just sad that we're not living incongruent with our best self. So part of my job as a certified high performance coach is to help people get into action, to fulfill the commitments that they've made to themselves. And it's helping clients that I've had in the past finish professional credentials that they put out for years, or helping clients enact their health plans that they know exactly what they got to do, but they just can't get into action no matter what. They end up at the end of the day just sitting on the couch watching TV, playing with the kids a little bit, doing the dinner thing, and going to bed, instead of investing in their health so they're there for their kids later. Or it's helping clients, start the transition into the careers that they really want. They know that they need to change. They're not feeling super fulfilled, and they want more time with their family, and that's not possible with where they're currently at. So how do they transition into that best of both worlds scenario where they're doing something they love, they're putting out good work, and they're able to hang out with the kids and the spouse? It's helping clients break through into those higher levels of productivity and performance to give them that edge in their careers or markets as they gain skill, as they become more of a mover and shaker. So that said, how can we get more into decision? How can we make that decision and move forward much quicker? Well, it's all about closing the plan to action gap, right? And what is that? That is, I have this plan, I have this intention, I have this desire out in the world, and I know what I got to do. And then the time it takes you to have that thought into doing it is the plan to action gap. Hopefully it's small, but if you're putting off decisions, you're lengthening that. And so, when you can close that and make that gap small, you feel more confident, you feel happier with your life, you feel proud of how you show up and what you do in the world, and it's just a really awesome present. You feel engaged in your life too. So how can we cut down that plan to action gap? Well, it depends on where you're stuck in your life. And hey, what's up, Dave? Shout out to you. So there's basically 5 questions. If we were to sit down together, if I was coaching you, and we're drinking coffee, we're on Zoom, we're at a coffee shop, and I'd ask you these 5 questions to try to figure out what is keeping you from moving forward, what is keeping that gap from closing, right? And the first question is, are you crystal clear on what you want and the steps to get there? Now, most people have vague goals, vague big idea missions, but they don't know the steps it takes to get there. And so that would just be a conversation of, what have you tried? Who do you know that's done this before? What do you think they did? Those types of follow-up questions to really get clear on what you want, in your future and the steps to get there, right? Because when you're clear on that, it's much easier to ask. You don't waste a lot of energy trying to figure that out. So, which brings me up to my second question, which is, do you have the energy, motivation, and vibrancy to act with consistency? So, I've had clients that are searching for jobs and they hate the job search. And so it's like, I did one resume this month, right? And it's like, we got to get you in the game. We got to get you feeling the joy of, that whole process so that you want to do one a day. Or, you want that consistency, because if you're tired, if you're emotionally strung out, if you're physically just exhausted, if you're mentally exhausted or spiritually lost, all these different types of energies, if you don't have that, or you're not actively trying to build that into your day, it's going to be hard to follow through, right? It's going to be like the client that had the health plan and could not execute it. He was just tired, right? So we needed to work on getting a little bit extra energy so that he could spend energy working out and then get in and snowball into higher levels of energy. So it's all connected. The third question is, what are you avoiding taking bold action to get momentum? So it might be, you need to switch jobs, you need to leave a job, you need to have a tough conversation in a relationship, and you're avoiding it. And so what you need to do, you're just a little bit afraid, right? And talking this through, if, again, we were, sipping coffee in a coaching situation, it would be exploring, what are you afraid of, right? So much of sharing how we really feel, sharing what we really want with people, is afraid that we're not going to be heard, afraid that we're going to hurt somebody else, afraid. There's a whole bunch of different reasons why. So, that's why we'd have to talk it through. But, figuring that out, knowing what that fear is, will allow you to plan and address it. So when the fear goes away, the action plan gap shortens again, okay? Fourth question is, are you extremely clear on what you need to focus on today, this week, and this month? Because if you know what you got to do, distractions will not get in the way. That's one of, it's common sense, but one of the things that prevents people from getting into action is being distracted by all the shiny things, all the media, all the things that we can do besides the thing that we're supposed to do or the thing that we want to do. So having strategies to be consistent in your productivity, that's how the energy kind of sneaks in, and they're all kind of connected. Having that energy to be consistent at going after your big ambition is key. And then the final question is, can you rally the support or persuade others to join your mission, your project, or your movement? This is just basic people skills, but if you're afraid that you're going to be judged, or you're afraid that you don't have enough support to go make a huge change, that's going to prevent you from taking action versus someone that might have a team behind them. So if you can lead a team, or lead your family, or lead your friends in supporting you, that's a really great skill. And stuff that we talk about in coaching quite a bit too is how could you better have positive influence with the people around you. So if we went through these 5 questions, I am almost 100% sure that we would have a very clear idea on what was broadening that plan to action gap. And we would be able to then add tailored strategies to go and attack that. So that ultimately that you are having your success sooner than later. You're not waiting a whole year to switch jobs and you're like, I should have done this 6 months ago. We don't want that for you. So mind the plan to action gap so that you feel congruent, you're proud and confident and happier. And if you need some extra one-on-one help with that, you can always go to SeanButler.com/coaching to apply for a free 1-hour strategy session where we can go over these questions and more to tailor strategies to your life so you can get momentum, so you can act and make decisions today, because today is decision day. So if that's you, find a link below this video, or again, go to SeanButler.com/coaching, or the links page in the bio wherever you're watching this, and that'll take you there. But if not, I'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place, with Start Your Day Great. Start your day with your coach. This is Sean Butner signing off. Take care, my friends.